All right, it is Thanksgiving Eve, and for the last 2 weeks, Judy Gallagher has been getting us ready for Thanksgiving. Let's find out what she's helping us with today. Judy?
Hey there, Scott. It's the countdown. So by now, you're probably brining your turkey. If you haven't started yet, don't worry. You can do the simple dry brine. Take the turkey out of the packaging and put your gloves on and season it with a lot of poultry seasoning, garlic salt, and black pepper or truffle salt. Now there's still turkeys left at Geyer's Sausage Kitchen. I checked this morning. They're the fresh Amish turkeys. It's where I get mine all the time. And make note, and I'll remind you, the fresh market is open tomorrow. So good tips. When you come back, we are going to make our annual gravy. You will learn how to make it flavorful and without the lumps. It's a key. It's the one time a year I eat gravy is on Thanksgiving. What I want you to do is take the drippings from your pan, and I want you to remove all but about a half a cup. Too much fat, that greasy fat, is going to be way too much grease in your gravy, and you're going to notice a difference. So just about a half a cup is all you need, and you want to put the pan right on the burner. So I have the roasting pan. In it, I've added about 1.5 containers of turkey stock. And all these ingredients, in case you're worried I don't have turkey stock, you can use chicken stock if you want to make a vegetarian gravy. Obviously, you can use mushroom stock. And as I mentioned earlier, the fresh market is open on Thanksgiving, so those last minute things you can get. And that's really helpful if you're picking up your turkey later on today at a place like Geyer's. They sell gravy if you don't want to make it. But don't be intimidated. It takes a few times and you do well. We're going to melt butter, full salted butter. If you want to go a little gourmet, add a half of one of these little containers of truffle butter, and it's going to give you that woody mushroom flavor. Now the key is using a very fine flour. For me, I use the Wondra flour, which is sifted super fine. I have friends that have said cake flour works, so that's an option as well. So you're going to start by sprinkling some in the melted butter, and I'm going to just switch this over so we can get a little bit more. There we go. This is called making a roux. We're going to make a thick paste out of this, and when we come back, we're going to actually add it into this turkey stock with all the drippings, and you'll see how smooth we can really get it. Smooth as silk. So we have about 1.5 containers of the turkey stock in. Remember, we only used about a half cup of the turkey drippings. Too much is going to make it very greasy. Now, my flavor bomb goes back to my mother and my Nana. It's Gravy Master. A little goes a long way, so about a tablespoon. It's going to give you that deep, smooth color. You can also use something called Kitchen Bouquet. So now this roux that we made, which was equal parts of melted butter, and we're using the Wondra flour, which is a fine flour. See how it's thickening up? If you keep moving your whisk, and that's the important thing, is keep moving the whisk, you won't get lumps. If you do, you can either use your Vitamix machine, something like that, or if you have a hand blender, to just whip out those. Now, when you get it to the right consistency, and if you're making it the day before, then you have to remember it's going to thicken up in the refrigerator. You're going to need more hot stock as you bring it up to temperature. But if you're making it day of, the next thing you want to do is add about, I'd say about 3/4 of a cup of half and half or light cream. And look at this color. Can you believe? Oh, this is absolutely perfect. I'm going to add some fresh thyme to it, and that'll bring out some more flavor. And of course, you can never have enough Bell's poultry seasoning, so a little bit more and a little pepper. Now in the pan drippings, you're going to have that salt base, so do make sure that you taste it because you don't want to over salt the gravy, okay? But there we have it. Look at this. Smooth as silk. 17 years we've been doing this the day before, and I promise you, if you just keep moving the whisk, little bits of the roux at a time, keep a moderate temperature, keep it almost to a low, gentle simmer, Watch the edges. Make sure your stock is really hot in the pan, and you've got it. Keeping both burners on, you have the perfect gravy. Now, if you don't want to leave the time in, you can run that right through a sieve or a small closed colander. But we are done with the gravy, and to me that means that you can clean the roasting pan, which is a great idea. Now remember, I will be on air tomorrow morning live with Chef Evan from the cottage, and we will be here from 6 to 7 a.m. live for all your last minute phone calls and email questions on Thanksgiving. We'll let you know what stores are open to pick up some last minute ingredients, what to do if your turkey's just a little dry, or other needs that you may have. And we'll be Facebook Living from 7 to 7:30 on WWSB for Facebook Live. So I'm really excited. I'll be here first thing, and I'll even save just a little gravy for John to try in a few minutes. So we'll finish this up, get it ready, and give him a bite.
That gravy is fantastic.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it because it's bold, it has, you know, the fresh thyme in it, but the key is no lumps. Remember, make your roux on the same day that you're going to make your gravy, hot turkey stock, and if you need to add a little more stock, you can if it's too thick.
And we're going to see you tomorrow morning, bright and early.
I will be here before 6 a.m. We're taking your phone calls, your emails, and Chef Evan, of course, will be with me. So give us a call, and we will help you through your Thanksgiving day.
We'll be there. Thanks, Judy.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Scott?